not be highly exposed to such a kind of area. They should not be exposed to the bodies even directly. Already they'll be traumatized. Yeah, they should be taken slowly by showing them how to go about training in mortuary science. We started with the employees who are working in the mortuary. That's how we wanted, because already I knew the vision where we wanted to go to. So we said, so that these people should not be suppressed by the players in the business industry, let's first of all target the people who are working. And we used to have so many people, a lot of morticians who are joining this association as the pioneers. And so many people, believe me or not, the certificates we have been issuing to the people who are participating, or the morticians, made them to get permanent and pensionable employment. Yes. So we started from somewhere through seminars and conferences. Initially, we used to have around 150 members, but now our membership is 50. And you may wonder, why is it now low? We came to realize that we wanted qualified, competent, and people who are highly qualified to be in this industry. And majority of the people who are in this industry, they are highly educated, who have joined the association, because we didn't want to take a lot of joy riders. My funeral director, mostly their work is directing. Directing. Funeral directing. Mtu amekuja pale, a bereaved person, amefiwa. The moment you start making the first call with the person, the bereaved, already you are starting the funeral directing. Okay. That's the terminology. Funeral director, just funeral director.
So you can be mortuary attendant.
Yes.
You change from mortuary attendant to mortician.
Yes.
From mortician to funeral director.
From funeral director, you can now become an embalmer.
Embalmer.
You know, you specialize. You see now mortician is like a general term now. Just like a doctor. You see, you have doctors. Yeah. But now there's a pathologist. He wants to become a funeral director. You see?
I do agree with you.
Majority of the people who are doing the bulk of the work are people, the hearse, the people in the transportation, the people are doing casketing. These are people who are in the field there. They're the people who now should be trained about the funeral directing. They become funeral directors.
Okay.
They have fewer staffs. You may find in a mortuary, casuals are too much.
Too many.
And then people are employed, maybe there are 2 or 3. Who are doing
the permanent now.
And that's why I was telling you, they should now come out as morticians working in the industry. They should stand out and their presence be felt. And now they agitate for the better remuneration. There's a conflict here. Mortuaries should be headed by funeral directors or embalmers. It should not be a department. And because I see most of those people, they're putting under Department of Pathologies or medical laboratories. It should not be like that. It should be independent, run independently. That's why I'm saying we base so much, in Kenya mostly, we base so much whatever we want to do on paper. Yeah, I have a diploma. But to me, what I can say, my diploma in mortuary science that I got in Zambia, it equates with what I'm doing out. Yeah, I stand out. Yeah.
Wow.
And call it spade a spade. Yeah, you don't go there and be surprised. You have a diploma, you are just waiting for promotions. You should not be waiting for promotion. You are the person who is supposed to transform the industry. If you see what people have studied outside there, and if you look at their facilities, they don't measure up. That it's good that now so many colleges are coming up with the study of mortuary science. But I have a problem. They're not involving the key stakeholders in coming up with curriculums.
Mortician kwenye beats, so mimi nimeshukuru sana kwa kuweza kuniitikia na kunialika kwenye makao yako. And today nilikuwa naomba tu utueleze, you being the founder of funeral association, the Funeral Services Africa Association of Kenya, the journey, utueleze vile imekuwa, challenges ni gani, na maybe kuna watu pia wawezi kujua, unajua si wote wanakujua.
Yes.
So tuanze hapo kwanza.
Shukran kabisa.
Yes.
Ndakuwa na combine both English and Kiswahili.
Yeah, iko sawa kabisa.
So that to target so many audience. So that waelewe na pia they get to understand this industry. Thank you for your introduction. My name is first OLACK EZRA Omondi. Yes. I'm the founder, member and national chairman of Funeral Services Association of Kenya. And also I double up as the founder, member and president currently of African Federation of Funeral Services. Well, we started this journey for FUSAK, that is Funeral Services Association of Kenya. It was established in 1995. 1995. That's when we started, we established this FUSAK. FUSAK. That's when the idea came. And this idea came as a result of when we were sitting, you see, in our estates, like in our neighborhood community, which played a very pivotal role in coming up with this association. By then, we used to have government pathologist known as, now is the late Kirasi Olumbe.
Kirasi Olumbe.
Yeah. He was a government pathologist by then. So by sitting with him, he was coming from Kalini Estate, where I was born and bred in the estate, which I have strong attachment with the estate. And there are so many people who have studied about the medicine in our estate. You know, it used to produce brilliant people. So having a chat on one-on-one, unajua we were very young by then, and tumetoka tumeshamaliza mashule nini. Then they were telling us that unajua sisi tunafanya kwa mamochari sana tukienda kwa hizo mamochari, you should be thinking about venturing into mortuary science. Sasa I was thinking, what is mortuary science? Because your perception by then ilikuwa ukiona mtu anafanya hapo unaogopa, ilikuwa ni kama discipline. So wakani groom na kani mentor kanambia hebu anza na kitu kama think of starting an association. Kitu kama hiyo, because already they are established in other jurisdictions, ile country tunaenda kama America, Australia, where, so come up with that thing. That's where idea was born.
So ulianza kusoma 1995?
No, si kuanza kusoma 1995. Hii idea ilikuwa born.
Oh, the association.
The association.
Okay.
Hapo ndo nilipata hii idea.
Okay. Now, I want us kidogo before tufike kwa idea. Wewe sasa, story yako sasa. Where did now sasa ukaanza kusomea which year?
Okay. Nimesoma tu recently. We are the first people to have diploma in mortuary science hapa Kenya. That was in 2023. Na hiyo tulifanya Zimbabwe. Nilifanya Zimbabwe in a institute known as International Funeral School of Business Management based in Zimbabwe. That's where I got my diploma. Na diploma huko in Zimbabwe is a 6 months course. You see, it depends with the jurisdiction of the country that you're coming from. Kama ni Kenya, diploma should take a minimum of 2 years, certificate 1 year. But sasa you see Zimbabwe is doing the British curriculum, whereby diploma and certificates, they take 3 months, 6 months like that. So napata hata university kitambo tulikuwa na A-level system, whereby you used to take 3 years in the universities. So that's the system that British Zimbabwe inatumia ile British system. Yeah, so I was me and with my secretary Agustino Zowino, who works at Pagadi County Referral Hospital, hapo Farewell Home. We are the first people to acquire that diploma because we just wanted to, even though I had so many skills and knowledge about it, but tulitaka kuweka, unajua Kenya tuna believe in more paper than ile hands-on. So
okay, so hapo kuna kitu umesema kweli, hapo kuna kitu umesema vizuri ambaye Kenya we do believe in paper sana. But hapo kuna something ambaye ningependa tu uniclarify.
Yes.
So Kenya ilianza kufunza hii course which year?
Wacha tuseme, let me give you the journey of how this mortuary science courses
Yeah,
started.
thank you. Yeah.
So that you get to understand where Kenya we are now. In the ancient times, Egypt are the people who started this issue of embalming when they were mummifying huko pande ya Egypt, unakumbuka nyakati hiyo. So the first person to start mambo ya mortuary science was somebody known as Thomas Holmes. Holmes in United States of America. Wakati wale British walikuwa naenda war, American soldiers were going to war. So hizi body walikuwa nataka kufanya kwa preserved. So this guy Thomas Holmes is the one who came with the science of embalming. And that was around the year 1882. 1882. That's where it started. And the first college of mortuary science was founded in 1882 in a college known as Cincinnati School of Mortuary Science in Ohio State. That's where it started. So from that 1882, now coming to 1920 to 1960s, now they started to advance hiyo mambo ya embalming. They have now incorporated what is known as now the sanitation, the safety, and the public health areas. Waka incorporate kwa hiyo kitu. Waka incorporate sasa kwa hiyo mortuary science. Sasa iwe na at least iwe a wider program. From 1960s to present, now we have seen there's advancement of now funeral services, education coming in. You have now seen the issues of laws coming in. That's still in the United States. That's how it's now advanced now of what we are doing in the mortuary science. So there are so many colleges all over states doing it. But in 1972, now standardization started to come in. The accreditation.
No, 1972.
1972. That's still, I'm talking about the United States.
The United States.
1972s. If you come to British, they have what is called as a British Institute of Embalmers. This one started way back in 1927. I think I have the book here. This is the British, the embalmers. The embalmer. This started in the British Institute of Embalmers. They started in 1927. So America started in 1882. Now another country in Europe, you go to British, where they started it in 1927. So if you go to Australia, with them they also started in 1980s. The courses about the mortuary science. So coming out from Australia, come now to Asian country. We talk about China, where they started in 1995.
1995 China.
1995. That's where now they started these courses. Now, recently now, it's now in Africa, where around 2000, now the South Africans started the courses, and then coming to Zimbabwe. So in Kenya, it started in 2020s. You see, just 2021, yeah.
2021 in Kenya.
Yeah, this is where now we started having the courses of mortuary science at KMTC. Yeah, you see, this is where it's now started. So Kenya, we are in the 20th century. So that's how it's evolving, and still it's moving on. At least Kenya has moved a step, at least to start this mortuary science, which is a very positive thing. Yeah, that's how this thing industry has evolved. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Hapo umenieleza hapo kitu, so because sisi ni wa 2020 sasa.
Yeah, sasa nyindo anzilishi, nyindo pioneers sasa.
Sisi ndio sasa kuna wale and then sasa
sisi
bado hii ni nitu. Thank you. Okay, so as the founder of the member of Funeral Service Association, can you speak a little bit about it?
This association, how we started it, first of all, we were targeting, because we didn't want to incorporate other people who are not in the funeral industry. We started with the employees who are working in the mortuary. That's how we wanted, because already I knew the vision where we wanted to go to. So we said, so that these people should not be suppressed by the players in the business industry, let's first of all target the people who are working. And we used to have so many people, a lot of morticians who are joining this this association as the pioneers. And so many people, believe me or not, the certificates we have been issuing to the people who are participating, or the morticians, made them to get permanent and pension employment.
Yes.
So we started from somewhere through seminars and conferences. We are the first people in the history of Kenya, not even in Kenya, in Africa, to bring experts from United States to come and lecture and show people practical skills of how to do embalming and restorative. And this one I call somebody, Professor Dominic Asturino from United States. Is the one who came at Kenyatta National Hospital, whereby people now saw the qualified people who are working in the industry. And then from there, now we have been having experts from America, from Australia, from Britain, from South Africa. They've been merging like that. So from there, now as we moved along, now we incorporated other key players, not only the employees. Now we are bringing the owners to also join. Any person is the field, the people who are doing catering, the people in the casket, the people who are in the house services. We have them now on board. And we are surprised to tell you that initially we used to have around 150 members, but now our membership is 50. And you may wonder, why is it now low? We came to realize that we wanted qualified, competent, and people who are highly qualified to be in this industry. And majority of the people who are in this country, they are highly educated, who have joined the association, because we didn't want to take a lot of joy riders. But we gave them window. Even when the people were coming from outside, they were telling them, at least studying mortuary science should not be the last step for you to do. At least do a degree or a certain course to help you to move on. Like me, I have a background in accounting, you see, but I went to do mortuary science. It's just nowadays, doing mortuary science is just like doing, you can remember when we were doing the computer packages, or you have done driving, but add it with something. That's how it should be. So if you go around the world, all these experts, you see them, either you'll find them, they have the master's degree or a degree in whatever, and then the course of a mortuary science is just like an added advantage for you to do.
So there's something you have said about when the formation of FUSAK. Now maybe nataka kuuliza, by that time, because it was formed, you said in 1995, established in 1995. So kulikuwa na ile tabia ya government kupunish watu na mortuary those time, ile like ukipatikana una drive ukiwa mlevi.
We have been advocating for long about.
So you are forming to avoid such things?
No, we are not forming to avoid such things. We are forming to bring sanity in the industry and professionalize the industry. So that was the journey.
Okay. Hapa to bring sanity. Ebu hiyo by that time, unajua bado watu wajachanuka, si ndio? Hiyo bado wasi wengi wajafika kuchanuka. So that which kind of uchafu ilikuwa kwa hii industry?
Okay. By that time there was this perception, and still it happens in other countries still. Wale bado, and that's my duty now as an African Federation, the president. I'm now reaching to other African member countries, because I have to travel to other countries to bring that professionalism in other countries that still operate like that. There was this narration that for you to work in a mortuary, you must either be somebody who's alcoholic, or at least have had some mental challenges. That was the narrative by then, when we didn't have this kind of, now we are bringing sanity. And then it was used as a punishment. It will be used as a demotion area. And if you go to any mortuary setups here in Kenya, you'll find them. The mortuaries are always strategic places. You find they are put at the far end. It's like you are throwing. It's like a dumping area. You see? But that's how the mortuary looks like. That's the structure. Because even when people are doing the drawings or coming up with the structure of a hospital, you find that mortuary is not incorporated. It's something that thought of as afterthought, as like a holding area. And that's why you find if you go to so many public mortuaries, public hospitals, you find mortuary is something like it was being thrown somewhere far end. That's how it is. But now, since now we are giving the new names like funeral parlor, then it should come to light.
The lovely names.
The darkness, it should be removed from the darkness, be brought to light.
The light, when the light goes out.
Sure.
So there's something bado umesema. Nimekusikiza hapo kidogo. What you said, you said that your member was around 100. And it
150,
150 members in FUSAK. But it has reduced
to 50. Exactly.
So which criteria did you choose to eliminate the jokers?
We didn't eliminate. It's only that you see, when you start something, you must have a vision and a mission. And secondly, you must see other countries, what are they doing? Like me, I can say that working with Live Funeral Home, funeral services, I've traveled far and wide, and I've seen how I'm highly exposed on this industry, and seen the kind of competence and qualification how these people are doing. Go to other countries, even like in South Africa. See the level of membership. There are over thousands. But see the level of people who are in that membership. Go to other countries like in British. So to me, what I said, it's better you have few people who are aligned to the vision of where you want to go. But now, luckily, the people who are now studying mortuary science, these are the people now to grow the numbers of where we want to go to. Because remember, in this industry, you may have people who have over 1,000 member people, but it's not a true representation of the industry.
Of the mission.
Look like, let me give you a scenario of like Kenya Medical Association. It doesn't talk about doctors, but it talks about medical. So anything to do with medical, you find they have a bigger presentation. Now, even us, when we go for, let's say if you are called as a stakeholders, we have a wider representation. Here you will get an embalmer who is there. You will get funeral directors who are there. You will get coffin makers or casket makers. You will get people who are doing the funeral catering. You will get the people who are doing counseling. You will get people who are architects in terms of designs or whatever. And even the house operators. So you find we cut across all these people contribute towards the funeral industry. And that's why we maintain the name of Funeral Services Association. Anything to do with funeral service. Even you, as a podcast, this is a funeral service. You're offering, because whatever you're trying to do, you're trying to bring some awareness, light, and also educating so many people. And I like what you have been doing with your podcast, going out, asking people questions. That is part of funeral service. But now, if you now say that we are narrow now membership to this, we shall lock you out. But we want to incorporate you because whatever you're doing is part of funeral service.
Thank you. So that's about the FUSAK.
Yes.
I want to let us jump to the President Foundation of Africa, the AFF. So talk about it kidogo pia. Utueleze hapo.
That I'll talk brief about it because after having this FUSAK now, it's culminated into now coming up with the African Federation of Funeral Services. And what brought this thing was born, this federation was born, remember, in the Funeral Services Association of Kenya, have been highly recognized by the United States. In terms of, you can see this badge I'm putting up. This shows that I'm an international member. And I can show you that in this, my certificate, you see this, this certificate, or this is a certificate of membership, and you can see here OLACK EZRA Omondi. This certified that OLACK EZRA Omondi is an international member of the National Funeral Directors and Morticians Association of Kenya, association. This is from United States, and also due to the work that we have been doing, you find that you see, whereas OLACK has a long served as president of FUSAK, and whereas they were to bring timely and thoughtful speakers to their annual conferences. So they recognize for the good work that we have been doing in the industry, and the commitment we had and the passion that we are doing. Second, this was awarded by the president. By then, the president was George Durban, the 68th national president.
68.
It's 68th. And then you see, I also get
Certificate of complete.
This is of completion from Dominic Astorino. This it was given in 2020.
The embalming
education seminar. This was practical example. See that we did, and this Dominic Astorino was the professor of mortuary science, Wayne State University, and we did that. Secondly, we'll show you the association here was recognized and appreciated by the American National Funeral Directors and Morticians Association of United States, and the Funeral Service Association was appreciated in recognition for a dedication commitment to the National Funeral Directors and Morticians Association, signed by the 69th president, that is Havel, Professor Havel. Yeah, you see, they use the term CFSSP. So this is what the initial is Certified Funeral Services Practitioners.
Certified, okay.
That's now the level we have gone to. And also, I'll want to show you something here. This is now also a certificate of appreciation to me, OLACK EZRA. So, in nutshell, what I want to tell you that even now the South America, the Australia, America, and Africa, they now recognize the good work we have been doing. And that's why I'm telling you, we are 50 members, but if you see the kind of work they are doing behind the scene, it's enormous. They are transforming the funeral industry. And through this is what made us now to found the African Federation, so that our voice can be heard across the globe. Because if you go like small pockets associations of different countries, you'll never be heard globally. So when we brought so that we wanted to bring connection and networking of other African countries. And I'm glad that I'm one of the people that have been at the center stage of connecting different African countries to have that voice. Anything that happens in Kenya or in Malawi, be it in Libya, in any African country, I'm always the first contact person to be contacted. To be asked, I want to contact from DRC or from Rwanda, how do you connect us? So I'm playing a very critical role in the African Federation. And they said I be fit, even though I had the founding president also, is called Dr. Gomba from Zimbabwe. And now he stepped down and left it for me. He said that now you can move this federation to the next level. And that's what you're doing. Normally, sometimes we are based in South Africa and here in Kenya. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Maybe kuna swali tunitauliza.
Yes, yeah.
Maybe there's a member ambaye ako like maybe hajaisikia kuhusu the FUSAK, AFF. Na angesema ningependa kujoin. Which criteria do you should
Okay. That's a good question.
Yeah.
Na watu wengi wameniuliza mbona we are not seeing you in the social media.
Yeah.
You see,
because speaking of that, at your seminar, ilikuwa last year, and I was like interested, na nikajaribu.
No.
Nakumbuka nikikusumbua kidogo.
You see, what we did, so many people have been asking that question. As we adhere to the code of ethics and the professional good conduct of the funeral industry, we don't need to put much advertisements for people to aware. Who are our targeted audience? As an association, our targeted audience are the people in the funeral industry. And we already know them. We already know them, the people in the funeral industry. So we don't need to do much advertisement about, because let's say if I'm going to hold a seminar or a workshop, I'll contact you as alias. I don't need to contact another person who is doing mechanics or other things, because he's not interested in that thing. And then secondly, not everybody likes to hear the word talking about death. So we are also trying to be very sensitive on that other area, so that we respect other people's religion and traditions. You know, some people are so calculated, are into so much religion that they don't want to speak about that death, whatever. So we are very sensitive. We are trying to balance. But that one doesn't mean that we don't have so many people who come to our conventions. There are so many people who come across the world. Since we have been holding it, and this is going to be this year we're going to do our 13th annual. You see, it has been progressing and it's been having large numbers people attending.
Will I be invited this one?
Come definitely. So that you interact with the experts.
And you lead the time part. So speaking all about that, I want us to jump to this one, the main one, which is you are currently the funeral director at Lee. And I want to speak to the director, you now, not the president. So the president umeingia kizungu mingi. Now you're going to forgive me when it comes to director, because I want to be, ndio tuweze kuelewa. Kuna watu ambao wajui director wa funeral home. Huyu ni nani huyu sasa huyu? So what is the work of?
Unajua, people should not confuse funeral director as the owner. Unajua kuna managing director.
Kuna managing director.
Owners of the company.
Kabisa.
But now the good terminology. So now everybody is turning the name hata hizi public mortuary. Wanaanza kuzita funeral palace, funeral homes. Unaona?
Yes.
But still unapata ukienda kwa employees bado wanatumia jina za mortuary attendant and whatever. So whenever you come with certain name, the name should align with the ile jina umeipatia. So funeral directors, like most of the people working at Leaf Funeral Home, majority of them they're like funeral directors. They're not morticians per se. Though mortician and funeral director want to mean the same, but unajua funeral director, mostly their work is directing. Funeral directing. Mtu amekuja pale, a bereaved person, amefiwa. The moment you start making the first call with the person, the bereaved, already you are starting the funeral directing. That's the terminology. Funeral director, just funeral director.
So you can be mortuary attendant.
Yes.
You change from mortuary attendant to mortician.
Yes.
From mortician to funeral director.
From funeral director, you can now become an embalmer.
You
know, you specialize. You see now mortician is like a general term now. Just like a doctor. You see you have doctors. But now there's a pathologist, there's whatever, the other oncologist. You hear about those things.
Oncology.
So mortician is just like a general term. So you specialize branch, go to funeral directing, become a funeral director, or become an embalmer, or become a restorative artist, or become a thanatician, or thanatology, the same way like grief counselor, or become a cosmetology, you see, in the funeral, That's how it branches,
So, the main work yako ya funeral directing, you don't now deal with mambo embalming?
No. I don't do with the embalming. I don't deal. No. And I'm telling you, no. You see, our courses should be aligned such a way by people have career paths. Not everybody who wants to work in the funeral industry wants to become an embalmer.
Kabisa.
He wants to become a funeral directors. You see,
I do agree with you.
Majority of the people who are doing the bulk of the work are people, the hearse, the people in the transportation, the people are doing casketing. These are people who are in the field there. They're the people who now should be trained about the funeral directing. They become funeral directors.
Okay.
Now, if you come in the mortuaries, you have the administrative staff. But now you can specialize the people who only their work should be embalming. You see?
Okay.
So that they specialize in that area. Yes. That's how it should be operating. Yeah.
Wow. Hapo ni kweli, hapo unatuelezea vizuri sana. So being a naona tunaendelea vizuri. So being as a funeral director, kuna vitu ambaye ningependa tu utuelezee. How do you help a family manage grieving process hapo?
Yeah.
The human element of managing grief and expectation.
Yeah. You see, upon death, you will receive the first call. You must make the first call. So I'm talking about the issue now. Now we want to talk about the funeral director.
The work of a funeral director.
The work of a funeral director.
Not a mortician. Now, funeral.
In the funeral directing, and that's why I'm telling you, people have used the names, but the names don't align. You see now, each and every mortuary is called funeral parlor or funeral home, but the name itself does not align with the services or expectations of offering the funeral directing services. What is expected of a funeral director or a funeral home? You should not wait for the bereaved family for a body to come to your morgue. No, it should not be that way. You are the one who is supposed to go and get the body.
A funeral director. And pick the body.
And pick the body. Don't wait. You see, most of the mortuaries here, they wait for the bodies to come to their facilities.
Yeah, kabisa.
That's a mortuary. But in the funeral homes, setups, or a funeral director, you are the one who's supposed to go and reach and get the body. Because the moment you receive the first call, you are the one who is supposed to make the contact with the bereaved family. So you start your directing from the first call. Understand their needs, what they want. You see, understand their culture. You will not know their religion, tradition, beliefs if you don't go and meet them there in the first call. So you become as the responder. So once you come as the responder, you will know that there are certain beliefs. This body, you know, there are some people who have certain traditions. And that's why there are certain things you never found them being taught in any school of mortuary science. You'll never find them. Yeah? Because you have to go out of your way. So once you get them, you meet the family. From there, you'll understand, is this the first death the family is experiencing? Or is this the second or the third death? How are we going to handle the grief? Or what is the nature of the death? Was it suicidal? Was it accident? So the moment you go there, that's when you'll understand how you can come with the grief counseling, how you can counsel the families. You see? Yeah.
Yes.
But when you reach coming to you, you never understand what took place, what was the behind. You see, what happened to the family. So that's why it's always important for you, when you receive the call, go to the family and understand, is it a result of sickness? Or is it a result of the first death there? Was it suicide? Or was it a stillbirth or whatever? So that one will help you, guide you, how you can counsel the family. Because you may go and counsel a family who may tell you, this is the sixth death I'm experiencing in my member of family. How will you counsel such kind of scenario?
Ndio atakwambia nimeshaona yote.
Nimeshaona yote.
Nimelia mingi.
Nimelia mingi. And this person will look like Mufam. And then there's the first person experiencing death. You see the scenarios. Or maybe, and then it depends with the age. Is it a child? Or is it the breadwinner or the old age? So it varies, yeah. So funeral director plays a key role there.
On the ground.
On the ground, yeah.
Si kwa maofisi.
Si kwa maofisi.
Kuna hawa watu ambaye Kenya bado hatujapata, but you being the president of foundation member of African Federation of Funeral Service, kuna mtu ambaye anafai anaitwa Corona. Corona.
Yeah.
So we don't have corona in Kenya.
Kenya kulikuwa na hiyo, kuna Corona's Act.
But it was
implementation. Now it depends with the people who are supposed to taking place about that coronas. There's a Corona's Act. And it starts to be implemented.
So ni vile implementiwa
iko na imesha hata ina already structures. Ni ile tu sasa, you know how people are very, you know, we have so many laws here in Kenya. Zingine hata unafikiria ati ziko, kumbe ziko tu, ni vile tu haziko actualized. But they are there.
Hapo umesema umetufunza kitu mzuri. So au kwanza ndio wanafai kuwa wanaenda na funeral director.
No, that one now will depend with the type of death. Unajua coronas ni kama sasa unaona kama polisi, you see when there's a death ile inakuwa suspected, it has to be investigated. So that's where coronas come.
Okay.
Yeah. Hapo ndo pali ma coronas come, but now you see that is another technical area, more technical. Wale watu wamesoma vizuri, and that's not our line. We should not confuse medicine with what we are doing. Us is purely public health.
Public health.
Us is public health issue.
Okay. Yeah. So what comes to the rebuking of myth and taboos? Hapo unaonaje hapo? Taboos gani ambao using the platform to clear the Hollywood myth of you being ni myth gani unasemanga hii naye kabla itoke Kenya hii ni ngumu hii. Umepatana nayo, umesikia?
Zinakuwaga mingi. Nizo mimi nasema nile myth ziko ndio, lakini nile lack of awareness. Nile tu lack of awareness, watu hawajakuwa exposed, watu wako wanajua. Unaona sasa kama kuna kosa unaambiwa sasa huwezi fanya kwa mortuary if you are not educated, you have not gone to school to study diploma or certificate mortuary science. You see, so we are demystifying those myths, whatever that has been existing there. Yeah.
In Kenya, morticians are not paid well. Walipo vizuri. Shida unafikiri ni gani?
That's why if you heard me when I started, and that's why I talked about the association, why we want competent and qualified people. And I told you people, I was saying, at least you need to have a degree or other certain higher level education, and then mortuary science should come in. You see, the reason why they are not paid well, it's one of the reasons is that still they're in the formative stages. Even if you do the diploma, but your output and the skills na ile technical sili napatikana if the level, the measure of your education, and somebody who has just a certificate and you are trying to do the same job, wanapata still you cannot qualify to be paid higher salary. You see, higher salary should come with the how innovative or creative or what skills are you going to impact in that industry. Let me talk about leaf funeral where I work. Do you know 90% of people working in leaf funeral are graduates? Are you aware of that?
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
And 60% have a master's degree. If you're not aware, and that's why you find that at leaf funeral you find they offer quality services. So with these quality services, it will measure even with their remuneration. But now, if you come to government, you know, government they have the what is called the SRCs that set the guidelines of how people need to be paid. You see, they see how people need to be paid, and then there are fewer staffs. When you're talking about remuneration, when they are not paid well, we are talking especially with the government agencies. They have fewer staffs. You may find in a mortuary, casuals are too much.
Too many.
And then people are employed, maybe there are 2 or 3. who are doing
the permanent now.
And that's why I was telling you they should now come out as morticians working in the industry. They should stand out and their presence be felt. And now they agitate for the better remuneration. Yeah. There's no need of going to a school, because why do you go to school, to education? To know more about yourself, to have that self-identity. Once you've got that self-identity, when you're going to be employed, you now need to stand out, so that when you talk or do presentation, it should measure with what you studied. But you see some, after the college, they just act like people who never went to school. So they find people who never went to school, they're the ones who are their heads. Another thing that is happening, there's a conflict here. Mortuaries should be headed by funeral directors or embalmers. It should not be a department under, because I see most of those people they're putting under Department of Pathologies or medical laboratories. It should not be like that. It should be independent, run independently. You see, like funeral is an independent institution, or if you go to other private entities, funeral homes. But if you go to government setups, you'll find that the people who are running the morgues, it's either under Department of Medical Lab or Anatomy or whatever. It shouldn't be the case here. And that's where so always they'll be suppressed and they'll never get better remuneration, because the people in Anatomy or lab or pathology won't want them to be on top of them. Wow. That's what's happening. So they need, but go to certain like if you go to like city morgue, it's independent, and those people are paid well, without fear of contradiction.
Kenyatta,
Kenyatta, you see now, Kenyatta National Hospital is under a certain department. I don't know. I think it's under Department of Laboratory or whatever. It should be independent. So that they don't second somebody from lab or pathology area or anatomy area.
Inafai kuwa ni hivyo.
Independent, run by funeral managers who understand that. Inaleta hiyo by the time they realize they need to get better, it will take time.
Juu unapata mtu anarana hata ajui mambo ya mortuary na watu ambao wanafai kuirun they are not there.
They are there, wamesoma. That's why I'm saying we base so much in Kenya, mostly we base so much whatever we want to do on paper. I have a diploma, but to me, what I can say, my diploma in mortuary science that I got in Zambia, it equates with what I'm doing out. I stand out. And call it spade a spade. You don't go there and be surprised. You have a diploma, you are just waiting for promotions. You should not be waiting for promotion. You are the person who is supposed to transform the industry. If you see what people have studied outside there, and if you look at their facilities, they don't measure up. They don't measure up. Why? Because they went there, they got the paper and they're just silent like this.
Tuko na makaratasi.
But if you see, the mortuary is being run down. They should stand out and let their paper talk of what they've learned, they've achieved in their programs, in the certificate or diploma courses. Let it stand out. Me, I'm proud that Sili, where it is.
Could be the problem be at the education system of the mortician when mortuary science sector?
What I can say, I cannot say that. It's good that now so many colleges are coming up with the study of mortuary science. But I have a problem. They're not involving the key stakeholders in coming up with curriculums. They have really sidelined the key stakeholders. See what I have here. And I need to show you. This is an embalming book.
History, theory, and the practical.
I was given by
Robert G. Mayer.
I was given by Dominic Storino. This book, I've gone through it a lot. You see, you need to study this.
Fifth edition.
These are the kind of books, and I have from first to this the 5th edition. I'm just waiting for the 6th edition to come out, because this thing keeps on changing.
Evolving.
Now the advanced technology in embalming. So you find these books, and then the thing, There's another book here, this one was given personally by these authors. These are restorative art, theory and applications. I don't want to open here because, you know, it will scare some people or whatever is this idea. Yeah. But these are my personal friends. You see, there are these kind of books that people need to learn about.
Restorative art,
I've gone through these books.
Application.
And then, this one now applies to you. People work. You see, we have the Female Directors magazines. So this one also applies to you as somebody who's now in the podcast. Yeah, you should be educating, apart from publishing magazines, you should be also educating us on what to do. And you see, they are very, and you see what you have written, becoming a vital partner in your community. Yeah. So research has also been done. I don't want to. I want to show you the name of the person, but you see. Men and women of the mortuary constructing career in Nairobi. There's a person who was doing the PhD, and if you go to the last page, he asked a question. He made a question, and this research was done in 2011. So you can see the level of how I've known this industry for quite a long time, and the question that you have asked. And he asked a question. He made up a recommendation here. He was saying, will there be any difference with somebody who has done PhD degree in mortuary science and somebody who has done a 3-month certificate course? And he said that there's no difference because they are going to do the same work. After finishing a PhD, you are just going to do the same work of embalming. Yeah.
Ndio maana nilikuuliza wewe ufanye embalming ukasema no.
Let me ask you. There are people who have done now diploma in mortuary science.
Yes.
There are people who did 3-month course. There are people who have done certificate. Doing the same work. I think you have gone to this facility.
They are doing the same work.
Just doing the same work. There's no level of other. They are not bringing any other knowledge or skill apart from what they did. You know, in mortuary, what you need to achieve as an embalmer, there are only 3 things. Sanitation, preservation, and presentation. But if you go to most of the mortuaries here in Kenya, what they are trying to achieve is the preservation. Presentation is lacking. Yeah, and sanitation, because most of the mortuaries are pathetic. Yeah, so sanitation is one thing, presentation is one thing, it's only the preservation that they do. And you can see in most of the mortuaries when they preserve the bodies, most of the time you find they are just black pigments. So they don't bring that outlook of the natural look of the body when somebody has died. So that one tells you that we have to do a lot work in the presentation of the body so that it heals the family in grieving. And then the sanitation also is another thing that needs area to. What we are only doing is just preservation. Yeah, and preservation of the body can be done even within 2 weeks. You do know how to preserve bodies.
So there's no difference between a degree in mortuary.
I'm not saying that there's no difference. It's only that the research has been done, and that's why you see if you go to America, they call it associate degree. The associate degree is just equivalent of diploma. It's just a diploma course. It's a 2-year course. In United States, in their jurisdiction, the highest level you can go is a 2-year program, and they call it associate degree, which is equivalent to diploma course. That's how they do it. So you find that the outcome, once you have finished, you either become an embalmer or a funeral director. The same thing that you're going to do with the person who has done a 1-year course or 3 months, that will be the same. Preservation is that the same, because in this mortuary science course, there are 5 areas you need to study about. There are 5 areas. There's this public health area and technical. This is where incorporates 6 units. This is where we have the pathology. And this pathology, it should be psychological pathology. You're not going to go deep into the pathology area. It's just physiological pathology. And then there's thanatochemistry. And then there's microbiology in relation to mortuary science. So I've said pathology, microbiology,
the zinc what?
The chemistry, anatomy, and then restorative art and embalming. That is public health area and technical area for you to become an embalmer. And then we have the business area. This is where now you'll study about the funeral service management, small business management, funeral home administration, and computer applications and accounting. That is the business area. Those are another second area. The third area, you'll go into the social sciences. Now this is where you study the sociology, the psychology, the communication skills, and lastly the grief counseling, which you call thanatology. We have finished in the
psychology, the third one.
The third one. Now we go into the legal area, the fourth one. In the fourth one here, in the legal area, this now you need to study about the funeral laws, if we have, you see, the mortuary laws and the ethics. That is in the legal area. And the last one, you go to the liberal arts. This now you need to know about maths, English, and the literature, and the history
of mortuary science.
If you have studied that one across the globe, across the world, now you can now be called somebody who is qualified and competent. But now there are career pathways you can branch. You can say, I'm not interested in embalming. So you would do that public health area too much. You'll just do maybe a little bit of anatomy, but concentrate so much in the business area of funeral directing. But if you're an embalmer, you need now to concentrate so much on the public health area. There are people who want to be just in communication, like you want to be in more of the communication on the media area. You have your own path. So that at the end of the day, we are going to produce restorative artists, embalmers, funeral directors, grief counselors, funeral home administrators, funeral consultants. We are going to have so many people. That's how it should be. But you see now in the courses that I've seen what they are doing without him, they are pumping a lot in the brains of these students. There's too much theory without practicals. Show me. I want to be challenged. Tell me any college here in Kenya have got a well set up embalming laboratory or a restorative art laboratory that have set up a standalone laboratory for practicals. Students go to college. Once the college, directly they are being taken to any of the mortuaries
around.
To go.
Unajua hata kuna ingine
there's too much theory than practicals.
Nilisikia ingine hata wana mortuary. So what they do, they theory tukishasoma.
There's too much online.
Ukishamaliza kusoma unaenda kujaribu.
And then another thing that I'm always query, the people also training, they're not even qualified about even doing embalming. They don't understand the industry well. When I was in Zimbabwe, let me tell you, do you know the lecturers, the owners of the institution, they own their own funeral homes. They own their own funeral homes. Even if you go to United States, the people who come here, the presidents, they own their own funeral homes. So when they go to lecture, they're already lecturing based on what they own. So they're teaching you on what you know. But here in Kenya, somebody just has studied too much paper, theory, but no experience or exposure in the funeral industry. It should be changed, how this thing operates. And that's why when you see these teachers are coming out, tell me, since this course started, let's say from Chiromo, do you know how many students have studied that mortuary science?
Ni wengi.
How many have been employed?
Ni wachache.
Very few. Why? This industry, it's more of family-owned businesses. It's a matter of trust. You see, that's why it's a calling. You should not go there. I have a paper now, I'm looking for a job. They have to look if you have that calling. And some people are using that one. You know, when it came, so people rushed so that automatically you're going to get employed. When the reality dawned to them, that is not the case they wanted. So many people are sitting with their papers. But if you go to Zimbabwe, in South Africa, 100% transition, you get employed. Because these are, majority are the owners. They know how the market behaves. Do you know in other countries like in America, they're shutting down funeral homes? Yeah, that's places that they're shutting funeral homes. Why? Because people don't see how the world is all evolving. You have studied embalming. You'll go in certain areas, now they are doing cremation. How will that one help you? South Africa, they don't do most of embalming.
Excluding cremation.
Yeah, no, not cremation. The body stays for 3 days, it's buried. Because the system is working well. Yeah, even here in Kenya, the Muslim, you know, that's why you have the religious people, Muslim Hindus. Yeah. So whenever this curriculum comes, they should involve the stakeholders like us, who will tell them, this is the market trend. This is where people are going. To me, I'm so much into green burials. That's what I'm trying to advocate for. Natural burial, umekufa, unapelekwa moja, hakuna kuongezewa kemikali yoyote, unapelekwa kwa body underground without kuweka tombstone, ni miti inapandwa hapo and life continues. Itafika pali time, and then these courses, you know, these things keep on mutating. Itafika pali, what you have studied inakuwa obsolete. Kitu umesoma after 2 years inakuwa obsolete. Unapata these are now the technology you are using. So you need to train them again. That's where the problem is.
Si kuchukua
No, you know, me, I'm sorry to say, most of the colleges that what are doing here, especially in Kenya, is money-minded.
Yeah.
They're not after the skills and competency. Otherwise, watu wametolewa, wamesomeshwa mpaka sahi, we should not be still having cases that, like you had the case in TV at Mabanyamira and claim bodies, whatever, such kind of thing. We should not be having such kind of scenarios. These are people who lack ethics and code of conduct. We should not have it. I'm very sad. It saddens me when people say that they have trained only to find that still, if you go to their facilities, they're more becoming worse than the way they were before. What is the problem? Is it the kind of courses they're doing, or is it the facilities? Because I expect that once you're out of college, you should practice what you have been taught. You should be the change people have been yearning for. That's how it should be.
Wow.
So I think we have talked about that.
Yeah. So I want us to cover one more before tuingie tumalizie.
Tumalizie.
The advocacy and awareness of the funeral morticians, like mental. Unaonaje, wanakuwa unapata wengi wako na shida ya mental challenges sana juu ya job. What can be helped to cover up ama avoid hiyo mambo ya,
you see, when people go to this, I want to tell you that some people go to this thing not because they have the passion and the calling. They go because they are seeking for employment and get something to put food on their table. So when they go there, the reality dawns on them that inaanza kuwa traumatized. Unaona? You should be psychologically prepared. People like us, we have been in this industry for long, for over 25 good years. We don't have such kind of things. You see? And then another thing, some people are highly exposed to these dangers, especially in the training. Go to any morgue, utapata either if there's no too much formalin in that area, utasikia bad odors zinatoka huko, mwili zinanuka. Unaona? Unajua already itaku affect. Alafu some people, umesikia hata wengine akisema you are used to this kind of exposure, but they don't know in their health, in a damage. That's why you find some students, and I know, you know even very well, there are people who have died at the workplace. Hata kama wameshatoka kazi, they'll die eventually. Nini naua as a result of where they used to work. There must be highest safety precautions of the people working there. And that's why I'm saying we as stakeholders should be involved in the coming up with the trainings so that you don't expose these innocent students to high health areas. I've seen students going there and then wanakuwa exposed kwa this much chemicals. And then anaanza kuwa sick after training. He has trained, he has paid the fees, he's not getting employment, anaanza kuwa sickling. as a result of the training ile alikuwa exposed. They need to be protected, and that's why I want government to come in for this training. There should be ways of protecting these students because they're still students. Yeah, they need to be protected, not be highly exposed to such a kind of area. They should not be exposed to the bodies even directly. Already they'll be traumatized. Yeah, they should be taken slowly by showing them how to go about training in mortuary science. Another stories, but not just you want to train mortuary science. These are the bodies that you do. You traumatize somebody. That's not a good training for them.
There's about the documentation ambayo imekuwa ikileta shida. The D1 documentation.
Hizo death certificates.
Hebu nielezee, what is the difference between who issues kwanza the burial permit? Is it the house, the office of registrar ama?
This is a national government function. It's not a county function. Because register of deaths and births is prerogative at the Ministry of Interior under the Department of Civil Registration. That is a national government document. Yeah, it's not a county function. So ukipata imekuwa seconded pale ni kitu ya national government. They're the ones who are the authority to issue those permits for burial.
Hiyo iko sawa. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Nimeweza kulearn vitu mingi. Kuna swali nilikuwa nikuuliza tukimalizia. Wewe unge prefer yako aje, lakini nimesikia umeitaja green burial.
No, but now we can show you also we do pet funerals. I think we are the first people, I think in Africa, I can say, allegedly, I can say that we are the first people to found the pet funeral services. I can show you.
Na pia hapo ukumbuke, this is the embalming machine and the casket. The casket. Wacha tuone hiyo the pet nini and then sidio.
Thank you very much. Karibu.
So we are going to the other side and kidogo, sindio?
Yeah.
Yes,
thank you very much. Asante.